Okay, back telling the story of how I got this little lady off of a tree. So at this point, it has been almost an hour since the dogs chased this little gal up a tree in the space between the back of my yard and the back of my neighbor's yard that backs up to my yard, if that makes sense. You know, the poison ivy is one thing. I can handle something that's temporary or going to be like uncomfortable for a little bit if it means helping someone. But what I can't handle is getting bitten by a dog. And the neighbor told me that he knows this dog is his neighbor's dog. It's not his dog, but it's his neighbor's dog. And this dog is very aggressive. It's obviously aggressive towards cats, as I had just seen played out in front of me. And as all of this is going by and we're talking to the neighbor, another neighbor has come out to try to help, and he's shining a light because we're losing daylight. It's like 8:15. We have watched the kitten slip and slip and slip a little bit more. And honestly, there was no way in hell I was not leaving with that cat still on the tree or waiting for her to fall. So the first time I hopped the fence on my neighbor's side, like I said, I went to the other side. I actually heard the dog that was really aggressive coming at me, and I had never sprouted wings and flown over a fence so fast in my life. I mean, that dog came out of nowhere. I didn't see her, but she was coming towards me. So we waited a little bit more, and I asked my neighbor, because I couldn't see the kitten from where I was on the other side now, so I asked my neighbor who was on my side, can you shine a light, can you see her? Like, has she fallen? And then, I don't know what kind of being had a hand in this, but the aggressive dog got distracted by something way down the stream to the point that we couldn't even hear her anymore. Couldn't hear her barking, couldn't hear her wrestling. So that was the golden opportunity, and I hopped the fence and I felt the ground going down, at which point I realized, oh my God, it's dark and wet here. There are probably snakes or other creatures living here. But it all ended okay because I got myself kind of pressed up against the back of the tree. On the other side of the tree was the drop down into the water, so I kind of clung to the back of the tree, and I knew I had one chance that if I spooked her and she fell, that it was game over. So I grabbed her, and honestly, I grabbed her pretty tight and ran back up the hill past her to my neighbor, and I flew over the fence and just about fell out. All that being said, I have a little bit of an emotional attachment to this cat, but I can't take on a kitten and their needs, and that wouldn't be right to her to take that on right now. But one of my friends is actually coming over in a little bit to meet her because she might want to adopt her, which would be great so that I could keep up with little lady. Anyway, sorry, that's why I've been a little MIA for the last day or so, but it's been wild. I mean, just look at her.